Hey, welcome back to Reddit Cheating Wife, the best channel for cheating stories. Like and subscribe to the channel for cheating stories like this.
55 male, found out wife, 52 female, cheated and daughters knew about it. Hello there, I'm making a bogus account because I don't want to make one and leave traces on my computer. It's a long tale, but I need to get it all down someplace. Please accept my apologies for my outburst. 55 male, discovered that my wife, 52 female, had cheated on me a few years back. Wife never showed any questionable behavior, and we've always been a solid pair, married for 25 years, 3 children, 17/20/23, or so I thought. Or did I figure it out? One day, I got a message from a lady informing me that her soon-to-be husband admitted to cheating on her with a senior colleague at work. He confessed and revealed the woman's name, so she conducted some research and found me. She believed that I deserved to know the truth. I'm not sure whether she did it to spite my wife or because she really believed I deserved to know, but it doesn't matter. Obviously, I didn't believe her at first, but when she provided more information about the affair, dates, length, names of coworkers who knew, etc., it seemed to be real. The men gave her all the specifics, hotel name, even the location of my own home since she invited him, her phone number, and so on, so I had to confront the reality at some point. I still can't believe she slept with a child when he was 21 years old. It occurred when I was on a work trip, classic. When I put the pieces together, I understand she most likely planned this since my business trip was arranged months in advance. I find it difficult to imagine that it's a coincidence that she suddenly cheated when I was abroad. My wife is no longer alive. I'm ready to divorce her, so I'm simply getting ready, financials, etc. One of my dear friends had the same problem and told me not to approach my wife because she could go nuclear if she's cornered. I don't believe she would, but who knows? I thought I knew her, but it turns out I didn't. It's been difficult to watch her every day behaving as if nothing had occurred. She's arranging our next vacation, and we're thinking of traveling to see our daughters. Our eldest works in a different city, and the second one is in college. The youngest is finishing high school. She's like a roommate now, and I don't feel anything. I'm like a ghost in our home. I get up at 5, go to the gym, work, I operate my own company, and then return home about 7 p.m. to do my own thing. I have a hunch my wife is experiencing something strange, but I don't really care. What stung the most, and here is where I need help, was that my girls were aware of the affair. My daughter trod on them as they were kissing in our living room. According to the soon-to-be husband, wife thought she would be at school all day. She seemed to have calmed down her daughter and explained the matter. I'm not sure what occurred, but because my daughter never told me anything, I'm not sure what wife told her to keep the secret. Knowing how close she is to her 2 sisters, I'm certain she revealed the truth to them. And it's likely that the 3 of them chose to keep it private. That's probably why I'm feeling so disconnected. I feel I was, and continue to be, an excellent parent. I worked really hard on my company to ensure that they get the finest of everything. I prioritize them in all business decisions to ensure that I can provide for them, and I send them to college debt-free to give them the greatest start in their working lives. I attempted to be there at every stage of their lives, like any parent would. Obviously, we had our ups and downs, but nothing significant. They are my baby daughters, and I have always considered them to be my little princesses. So knowing that they knew hurt a lot. Part of me believes they didn't inform me because they were afraid of upsetting the family. That's something I understand. But I still have this rage inside of me, and it's building. We have a WhatsApp group, and when I see people asking for guidance, asking for assistance with an apartment deposit, and so on, I simply want to shout and face them all. But I know it won't cure anything, it'll simply give me a little happy sensation before returning to sting. Another part of me simply wants to get out of here. I'm going to close my bank account and leave the home. Cut all relations with them and go without saying anything. My excellent buddy urged me not to do so since the law would not be pleased. But I can't say that I'm not warming to this option. I don't want to converse, I don't want to grasp their point of view, I just want to get out of here and go someplace exotic like Thailand. Stay on a beach for a few months, and maybe one day I'll be ready to listen, or perhaps not. I don't want to hear how sorry they are or how they regret not telling me. They had 3 years. They stared me in the eyes for 3 years and said nothing. I'm not sure how they managed to retain a poker face and go on as if nothing had occurred. I feel like the 4 of them are skilled manipulators, and my rage isn't going away. What would you do if you were in my shoes? The possibility of reconciliation with the wife is out of the question. She repulses me, and the fact that she acts like a loving wife just fuels my rage. I'm grateful my buddy assisted me and told me about her experience so I could see it from our perspective. Where do I need help is with my daughters. As I previously said, part of me wants to communicate, but another half believes they don't deserve a chance to speak out right now. It's too late now. I'm completely befuddled. Thank you for reading all of that. It took me a long time to put it all down on paper, but it feels wonderful. Edit. Good day, everyone. First and foremost, many thanks to everyone who took the time to read this lengthy piece. I expected to get up and respond to a few messages, but when I saw the amount, I became overwhelmed. I can't thank you all enough for your help. I looked over all of the comments and decided to make an adjustment so that everyone could see my ideas. I'm not sure how Reddit works, so I hope I'm doing it correctly. Yes, Layware, it is already in action. Layware informed me that because the children had grown up, there would be no need for alimony. As for marital support, she may request it, but since she works and is doing well for herself, the court will most likely deny it. Our joint account is solely used for items we pay as a pair, otherwise, we maintain separate bank accounts. My parents strongly advise that if two people are working together, they should not put anything in a joint account. I can't express how grateful I am to them. Layware said that she may claim that my company is doing well and that she is entitled to a portion of it if I sell it. But, since she works, we can always quarrel about it. To be honest, I don't give a. I know I should talk to my girls. You're completely correct. I haven't done it because I have this nagging rage within me that won't go away. I'm afraid if one of them says anything that irritates me, I'll snap. And, yeah, I'd like to imagine my wife influenced them to keep the information hidden, so my snapping will exacerbate the situation. Yes, the rage is misdirected. But, just to be clear, when I found out about the affair, I definitely despised my wife. But soon his rage changed to apathy. I'm going to divorce, and she'll be gone. It's not the same with my kids. I can't possibly despise my children. I have sentiments for them, but they are angry right now. My youngest, I believe, shared it with the two others since they have always been extremely close. It's hard to think my youngest didn't share their mutual support, which makes me extremely proud. But, as someone else pointed out, I'm not positive. In any event, I'm not going to blame them. If they say they don't want to break up the family, etc., I understand their point of view. But it's difficult to accept the lying. As someone else said, a part of me believes they sided with their dishonest mother. I believe I need some alone time to digest things. I haven't had much time recently. With a wife, 3 girls, and a company to manage, my only me time is the time I allow myself to spend at the gym. But I don't think it's enough to get rid of the rage. And in my present circumstances, it would be strange if I told them I'd be gone for a month and then went to Hawaii. Paternity testing, STDs, and so on, checking one's health is a no-brainer. I have an appointment at a clinic and will do the necessary testing. I'm not sure about paternity testing. So, what's the point? Worst case scenario, they are not made of my flesh. Does it make a difference? They are my daughters, whom I have raised for the last 20 years. It makes no difference whether you are connected through blood. If they are not, it is the mother's fault, not theirs. I'm not going to hold them responsible for it. My initial assumption was that the person who contacted me had lied. I mean, we had 3 grown girls, and I believe we were a solid pair. I'm sorry you're going through this, I said, but I don't trust your narrative about my wife. Then she began to provide me with additional information and evidence. When I previously said, I don't care whether it was because she intended to damage our marriage, but as the specifics emerge, doubts begin to creep into your mind and refuse to go. I began my own inquiry, and as you would expect, it's much simpler to locate clues when you know what you're searching for. I don't believe in living in denial. Facts are facts, and no matter how painful it is, you must confront the reality. From what I could see, she and the man were planning their wedding. I'm not sure what happened to him, but it seems that he felt compelled to come clean. God alone knows what transpired in his head. Cut connections with them all and move on. I'm assuming these remarks are from those who don't have children. You can't leave like that. What I meant was that I would go for a while to absorb things, and then we would speak when I was healed. But it will not be the same. I adore them, and they adore me. However, it will not be the same. But, no matter how upset I am, I don't think I can simply go like that. My departure will be traumatic for my youngest if she did not truly disclose the secret and kept it to herself. And my other 2 may dislike her for it. This is my worst case scenario. I may be an idiot for believing so, but it is my responsibility as a parent to protect them. I'll ask the lawyer to expedite the papers and serve my wife. Then, on the day she gets the documents, I'll Skype with my daughters, who are all in various states, to address the situation. I'd want to do this on the same day so they don't go talking to their mother, who will then do her hardest to play the victim. I want her to think I don't know anything until I'm ready. It's Sunday now, and I'm hoping that by next week, all of the documents will be complete, and I'll be able to finally open up and talk to my children about it. Let's see how things proceed. Thank you for your time.